I played piano for a long time. I was raised in an all-white community, and which was very bad for my psyche. But I didn't really feel the sting of that until later. I went to an all-white private school, and for the many years of my life, I was just the only black guy. It took me a long time for me to actually have a real, true, conscious conversation with a black person. It just wasn't part of my world. Uh, Weird. So yeah, so growing up, and I'm skipping all around it, but there's so much to it. I'm just giving you the highlights. Um, so I go through school, experience racism, stuff like that. Have good and bad memories, but it's like it's like when you have a fish, it doesn't know that it's like in the ocean and stuff like that. I don't know the stuff that I'm missing. Basically, I don't know what it's like to have a black mother, black father, black grandmother to know where you're from, stuff like that. Uh, so in substitute for all that, I was just given piano lessons and like big Christmases with lots of presents and stuff like that, and just a lot of material stuff, but no real talk about my birth parents, about my birth family. They always said that they knew nothing about it. So I really started feeling the sting of that just growing up in my like teens, because you start to wonder, who are you? Where did you come from? That was extremely painful because I felt ashamed to even ask them about it, because the underlying thing was, you should be grateful. Why are you even asking about this? But every human being has to know where they come from. You can't just be here and just be grateful. That's not the way it works. For medical reasons, for you need a lineage. Hell, that's probably why I spend so much time just like wandering the earth in confusion, because I don't know what my my ancestors did. Um, except for my biological father, he was in the like I mentioned, the uh, Air Force. But I'm not really military minded. So yeah, if you want to, I don't want to tell my whole story. If you want to read the rest of my story, I have it. I'll put the link down below. You can read the rest of my story. But it's just here's a point I want to make. Adoption was being made to look like some miracle pill, and it's really not. It it leads to other issues. Um, if you study white people, and yes, I've been studying white people for most of my life, not only adoptive family, but historically, sociologically, psychologically. If you look in history, they have a way of destroying a people or destroying a land, and then coming by and like maybe adopting the children, or it's like they'll do something to a land or a people, and then they'll come by and flick them some crumbs and say, "Look at what we're doing." If my biological parents had the mental help that they had gotten the mental help that they deserved, um, things would be different. So instead of glorifying adoption, why don't you help the people that need the help, that need the therapy? Why don't you focus on that? Because adoption only leaves two things: the adopted being super resentful, a lot of hatred in their hearts, stuff like that. And like me, I got a lot of anger, and I don't have any idea what to do with my life. I'm just confused. I have no family of my own. A lot of depression, a lot of suicidal thoughts. Or you have adoptee that just refuses to get out of the fog. They They worship their adoptive family for everything, even though they're screwed up like me. So I'm not saying, if you're going to adopt, be serious about adopting. Have black friends. Know a little bit about black culture. Have a black community. You cannot raise a black child up in an island, a white island. Because at one point, that black child will become a black man, and he has to have a community, and he has to have a base, basically. So, well, I was going to tell my whole story, but there's so much to it. Better if you read it. Link for the Oprah show and my adoption story will be down below. Peace.
Black motherfucker, I'm black motherfucker, 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 I'm black motherfucker, 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 I'm black motherfucker, black motherfucker, I'm black motherfucker, black motherfucker, I'm black motherfucker, black motherfucker, I'm black.